Hello and welcome to another Pizza Movie stop motion animation tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I would animate a tank or a large vehicle, in this case a tank, because you can probably see the edge of a tank there on the screen. So I'm going to sit here and drink my liquid diabetes and, narrate this little tutorial here. So let's get started. Okay. I'm going to bring up settings and make sure you got all the settings here. Select every, right file name. This right save directory where you want to save your stuff. You probably don't want to mess with that much. I just put it in the folder where my Helium Frog launcher is. And can't really see what I'm doing there, but oh, and the frames per second, right? The frames per second I just passed over. You want to make sure that's 15. And that I just turned the quality up to 100 on that. Ignore this bit. Well, actually, no. If you want to output raw pictures, just select that. And this is the blue screen, which I would not suggest doing because it's you can use other software for that, but if you want to, you can always use it. So let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture right here. Then I'm gonna turn on the onion skinning so you can see the differences between frames. Iced tea. Oh, anyway, okay. I'm gonna grab the tank here. Now, depending on the tank or whatever, you're gonna want to move it slowly, just like a half a stud. And what you want to do is you want to hold it steady while you actually turn the wheels yourself. And if there's something wrong with the video at this point, I'm sorry. I was using a crappy camera capture software. I mean, screen capture software, but I got a better one now. So future videos will be much better quality. And at this point, see, I'm just moving it up like half a stud at a time, and I'm making sure I rotate the wheels so it looks like the wheels are actually spinning and the treads are moving. Try not to move the turret or anything. And you just want to keep doing this. Keep doing this for, till it's to the other side of the screen. At this point, I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna cut forward. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me do this 30 times, do you? I mean, so, I just, keep doing that, and here we go. And once again, I'm very sorry about the, on my screen there's a black flickering image. That could be my editing software, but I doubt it. But I'm sorry for the quality problem. This one happening in the future, but I just can't. I don't want to have to refilm this scene again. Okay, but I'm gonna start using fraps from now on. That's pretty much, and that's a lot better. So, but from now on, what you want to do is you're gonna want to slow it down a little bit. Instead of moving at the constant rate of speed as it was, you want to cut that in. For this frame, you're going to want to cut it in half because I'm going to make this come to a stop. It's got to look like it's slowing down. I just can't just slam on the brakes all of a sudden. And so I'm just going to cut. Then I'm going to cut the movement in half again. And then at this point, just only a tiny bit. So the more or less, then it's come to a complete stop. Even though this probably is not realistic, a tank probably need more room to slow down. But hey, it's Lego, so here we go. Take that, capture that right there. Now at this point, if you slam on the brakes, you're probably gonna rock back a little bit. Jump, in a car, you'd rock back and forth. So at this point, I'm going to move it just slightly backwards, oh so slightly. Capture, and then just a little bit forwards, and to give it the illusion that it has come to a jolting stop. And capture that as well. Now, let's see how that looks, shall we? Now, see how it's going along when it comes to the jolting stop and rocks back and forth? See, if you do that with vehicles, it makes it look more realistic than if you just had it going along straight and then just have it slam on the brake. I mean, just have it stop outright. Then it just looks a little weird. But this adds a bit more of a realism to it. Oh, that's, it's Lego, but it makes it look better, Put some effort into it. Now, at this point, I'm going to open up the editor right here. Well, I'm going to take another couple pictures, I guess. Okay, then I open up the editor. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste a bunch. It's the same picture. I'm just adding a bit. I'm just adding these additional frames to make a bit of a pause. I'm gonna click apply and click yes, and there, and it should be about a couple second long pause. Now at this point, I'm gonna have the tank turret move, I believe. Okay, here we go. Moving the tank turret, you're gonna start out real slow, real slow. See, you just want on the onion skinning bit right there. You want it to be barely noticeable. I mean, at this point, I could just barely right there. See, you can just barely see a difference. That's how you want to start out with moving something like this, because it's not going to be fast. It's going to be pretty slow. So I'm going to capture that. Oh, I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to go a little bit, just a bit farther. That's a little too far. There we go. Now the difference is a bit more noticeable. I'm going to capture again. Now, this time I'm going to move it a bit. See, like that. Okay, and you're going to capture that, and then this time I'm going to move it another little bit, right, like that, just a little farther, or about the same, I can't really tell. And you want to capture that as well. Why does it take me so long to capture this? There we go. Okay, and then then at this point you want to start slowing it down, because like in Fancy Pants' tutorials, things don't move at a constant rate of speed. You want things, they get going and then they wind down. So at this point, you're gonna, just have the gun moving very slightly. And this applies to everything, like the movement of arms, like how you would have them turn around, how you would have a gun recoil. It's very practical and it works for a lot of things. And I'm gonna have it rock back a little bit at the bottom, just because I like doing that. It gives it. And let's see how that looks. And it looks pretty nice. So I'm gonna add another pause right here, a short little pause, because it's going to the gun is going to depress a little bit, and then I'm going to have it aim a little to the right. So I'm gonna add another little pause right here, about another second's worth of frames. I'm gonna apply that. And now at this point, I'm going to speed it up because I'm sure you guys don't want to see the same thing over and over, because I know it's monotonous for me making this thing, but I'm just trying to help people. But I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch through all this BS. So let's get some speed here. And we're going to add one more pause, about a second's worth, because it's going to be a split second of a pause, and then I'm going to have this tank fire its little pop gun, just to show how I would do that. So I'm going to apply, click yes. Let's do this. And so I'm going to start with having the gun barrel elevate slightly, just like that. And I'm going to capture, because there's no breach. There's no and you're gonna move the actual tank backwards slightly as well, just a little bit. See, now there's no other way of giving the illusion of this tank firing than this, in my opinion. I mean, it'd be different if you had a actual functioning gun and the barrel would go inside the tank turret for just because of the recoil. But since there is no such thing, I have to make the barrel go up just a little bit, and then have the tank rock a little bit to give the the illusion of it of the recoil of its gun. In my opinion, that is the only way to do so with a Lego tank or any sort of gun. So let's see how this whole scene looks. And there you have it. Little dinky Sherman tank driving up, coming to a stop, aiming, firing its little pop gun at something. Over and 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 over. And that is the end of this tutorial on how to make a tank and or large vehicle drive around, and if it has a gun, shoot it and aim it. But if any of you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me make a tutorial on, suggestions are welcome. please input your input. Anyway, please, like, rate, comment, and subscribe, because, I'm making these tutorials for a reason. I'm actually making a movie with all this crap. So, subscribe to see the actual movie. It's a World War II sci-fi thing. A lot of people would be interested in it. And, subscribe for, that and future tutorials. Thank you and goodbye, good people.